Hello everybody, Andy here again. But the other day I was watching a video of my good friend over there in America, John Reagan #1, and he was talking about American politics. And don't worry, I'm not going to get embroiled in American politics. It's something I might know a little about, but I'm not going to start preaching to anybody about that type of thing. But the point of his video, John's got a particular view about a particular candidate, and he was talking about how he'd been watching videos by another guy in America who got a completely contrasting view, coming at it from a completely different way, and how we should look at that. And it got me thinking about some notes that I'd left you there's some notes that I made in my little notebook some time ago about this particular subject. So I thought, right, now is the time to tackle it, and I left a comment on John's video and quoted a Joni Mitchell song, Both Sides Now, how we should look at life from both sides now. So that's what I've called the video, funnily enough. See, we don't just string these things together. But as I said, I've been thinking about this for a while now, and it's in this world nowadays we have so many sort of biased bits of reporting, whether it be on TV, particular TV channels, newspapers, magazines. We can probably all think of them where you know that you're going to get a certain type of opinion, whether it be a right-wing opinion, a left-wing opinion, whatever, and you don't often get too many sort of independent views, relatively unbiased views. I mean, over here we hold the BBC up to be a good example, but even there they get accused of left-wing bias or bias in particular ways, and I think that's a great pity, because we only get exposed to one side of the story, and sometimes that does actually go down. That's what we want to hear. We only see what we want to see, we hear what we want to hear. We buy particular newspapers because it expresses our opinion, it panders to our sort of political views or whatever it might be. So in that respect we're our own worst enemies. If we stop buying these newspapers, maybe stop watching particular TV channels or specific programmes, then maybe the broadcasters, the media people might think, hang on a minute, maybe they want a different style of reporting. So maybe we should all do what I try and do, and try and get a balanced view as best as you can. Seek out the truth, maybe, because one of the problems with bias reporting is you don't always get all of the story. You only get part of the story. You don't hear both sides of the argument, and for every argument, for every political opinion, for any personal opinion, there are always two sides to it. You've got to look at both sides now, as I said. So think about that, because as I said, I do think people get maybe they get what they deserve to an extent as well. And one thing that has crept in nowadays with TV, all across the media, is the sort of sensational aspect of it, and so much news has become trivialised, which means that the important stories, and let's be honest, the sensationalist news isn't important for whatever way you want to think about it. It's sort of the celebrity-led stuff and all of that. Yes, it might be good sort of fodder for the masses and all that sort of thing, and it might be great to sit down there and sort of wash over you, but there's no substance to it, is there? And I do find that even with the BBC News and even other newspapers and magazines which are supposedly serious, more and more of that sort of thing is creeping in. Is it because we supposedly have got short attention spans? Look at the videos, look at vloggers and things like that, and other subjects I've covered before. People won't watch videos that are more about 3 minutes or more than about 5 minutes. Doesn't matter what's in the video, they just will not watch it. That attention span. And that is one of the problems that goes on. I was going to have to look at my notes, because as I said, I did write all these things down, and I think I've pretty well covered it. So that's my sort of thought for the day. Look at both sides now, because if you don't, you're missing out. And we've got all these political things coming up. You've got the elections in America. You might be feeling that you're going towards one particular party, but if you don't listen to what the other guy's got to say, or the other woman's got to say, or whatever it might be, you're going to lose out there. You might actually end up voting for the wrong person. You might find out that someone else has got an opinion that's maybe, might make you think a bit. I was saying the other day about videos changing lives. We can watch people on here, vloggers like myself, anybody who might put an opinion out there, and it might be one that you've never been exposed to before, for whatever reason, and it might make you think, little light bulb goes on in the head, that type of thing, and it might just make you think differently. And once again, it could change your life in that respect. It might make you think about things in a different way. That's what's so great about this site, because this is unbiased. You can find just about every opinion on this site. You can find opinions in the world of media as well, but so we know, we buy particular newspapers and that, we know what we're going to get. And maybe it's that comfort zone. We like that opinion because it reinforces what we think is right. So food for thought there. So thanks for John for the inspiration. Thanks for getting me to dig out the old notebook again. I'll have to have a look through and see what else I've got in here. But I'll be interested to know what you think. Do you try and do that? Do you try and look at both sides? Are you quite happy just listening to things from your particular point of view? Or is that what you like about something like YouTube? That it gives you the opportunity to listen to all those different opinions, whether they be your opinions or something you disagree with, but it gets a healthy debate, a healthy argument out there, and there's nothing wrong with a nice healthy debate and argument, constructive criticisms and all that sort of thing. We can always learn. You know, we all may think that we know everything. I certainly don't, but we learn new things every day, and I certainly learn new things either by the media or by looking at people on YouTube like you. Yeah, that's you over there. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for your time. I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.